Jessica Carter looked like she was in the building tonight. Coach Purcell not with the team this evening.
And we certainly wish them a speedy recovery. Carter over there on the bench. And as you said, Coach Purcell not here, but we wish them a speedy recovery. And Mississippi State won't miss a beat with Coach Clark Hurd over there on the sidelines, a veteran head coach in her own right, and she'll pick right up where Coach Purcell left off.
Michelle Clark Hurd, her first season over in Starkville. There's a look at Coach. 74-74 at Cincinnati prior to parting ways after 11 years. Really strong run at Western Kentucky too prior to that. And you said it, Coach, there is no lapse in what they're getting tonight in a very experienced coach.
Yeah, Coach Nelp has done a tremendous job at Tulsa, building them into something special here in only her third season. If they win tonight, it would be their first ever win over a ranked opponent in program history. So great opportunity for them on the line tonight.
Poindexter and get the shot to roll home.
She can move to the 4 spot. She creates mismatch.
Boy, were they fired up when they got the win over Clemson last night. That was a 10-point victory. First time this program has topped the team from that league since 2006 in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, a lot of good things going right for Tulsa.
Poindexter connects.
Starting off where she left off. A little bit cold in the first half last night. 1 of 12.
Darrione Rogers answers for Mississippi State. Transfer from DePaul. A very good transfer portal class for Mississippi State. Number 3 according to 24/7 Sports.
And Rogers, very capable scorer for State. I like her game.
Some offensive boards in the Van Chancellor Classic. Rogers. Oh, she hits it. Winner of this game wins the Van Chancellor Classic. Poindexter lost it. Starting lineup along with head coach Sam Purcell for Mississippi State. Warren Park Lane, official title, an assistant AD for women's basketball.
And the NCAA allowing positions. What a great luxury for Coach Sam Purcell to have on his staff. Someone who has set in the hot seat. Continuing to grow under Coach Sam Purcell and his staff and get better, and she's going to play.
5.5 left to play in the first. Mississippi State trying to keep its undefeated run going. Warren Park Lane makes it a 3-point game. Crawford can't quite get it. Debreasha Powe is subbed back in for Mississippi State. Lauren Park Lane. Oh, she hits.
I hope she doesn't mind. I love her game, but I especially love her motor. Her demeanor never changes. She's a competitor.
That's 5'3" as Ray Young answers on the other side. Jordan, how'd she get that? For Tulsa, Elise Hill, her 3. Jordan boards. Mississippi State 3 of its last 3 from the field. Jordan can't hit. Warren Park Lane, smallest in stature on the floor tonight with the rebound. What a start for Tulsa. Goni able to board up the miss. And this is the danger zone for Tulsa early in this game. Rogers. Jordan can't get the lane. Kayla Jordan, the transfer from Tulane, went to John Curtis High School to take that next step. So pack your bags and head to the SEC. Fitz trying to guard her tonight. A 12-2 run for Mississippi State. Poindexter. Or to shoot. What a block by Jordan. Crawford, Rick. Jordan cleans the glass. Going to the post. It's Barnum backdoor. Mississippi State getting whatever it wants to start this game. 8 points in the... Barnum gives it up. Final minute of the first. Aaron Barnum, one of those top-rated transfers. High school, decided she wanted something a little bit different, not unlike Jerkayla Jordan. A real boon for this coaching staff to steal her away from an SEC competitor. Into the post. Poindexter foul. Poindexter, a 26-point effort yesterday. 32 points on Friday.
Well, Tulsa's going to have to step up a little better defensively. You're not necessarily going to score as big against Mississippi State, but you've got to guard Mississippi State really comfortable in this first quarter offensively.
Fading jumper wouldn't go for Jasmine Brown-Hager. Shot clock is off for Ray Young in Tulsa. Cartwright threw it away. Mississippi State can work. Barnum at the top of the backboard on that heave. That's what the only thing that went wrong for Mississippi State. Bulldog fans hoping their team brings home some more hardware tonight. They won a tournament last year in Puerto Rico, on the way to a great start. And Coach Purcell's tenure, won a couple games in the NCAA tournament.
You know, just a fantastic start last year, or season, excuse me, for Mississippi State. And they haven't missed a beat here tonight with Coach Hurd. Exactly what we anticipated. Coach Clark Hurd, very experienced head coach in her own right. She has 154 wins at Western Kentucky, a 77% winning percentage. She knows what she's doing over there.
Debreasha Powe knocks it down. Perea, knock it down. It's a 2 out of 8 from downtown tonight. Rogers hits. What a story for Mississippi State. Darrione Rogers inserted into the starting lineup, but she has 14 tonight.
Well, she's very comfortable in that position.
Poindexter, Park Lane racing ahead. The teardrop won't go. Mira Brown fields the rebound. Smooth finish from Browns. Then they voted on Yellow Jackets, and eventually the football team wanted to change that to Golden Tornadoes, as if they hadn't had enough nicknames. And then they quickly realized, oh wait, Georgia Tech has Golden Tornadoes. So they finally settled on Golden Hurricane, and it's just stuck since 1922.
Well, thank you for that tidbit. Had no idea.
Great job by the sports. Poindexter knocks down the bucket, and suddenly the Golden Hurricane have rifled back into this game, down by just 6.
I somehow feel like Tornado is a better fit for Tulsa.
It really,
weather-wise.
it makes too much sense if you think about it too long.
There we go.
Jordan with the 10. 8-point game once again. Adley Perriman.
Now, Mississippi State is a team that likes to mix up different defenses, play a little bit of zone, but really hard to do that against Tulsa because they're so good from the outside.
Brown missed everything.
Well, I love the intensity they came out with defensively. They disrupted Tulsa, didn't let them get into a flow early, didn't get into a rhythm. They're a rhythm offensive team. And then offensively, the shots are going down for them.
Shepard hits him. This is Tamira Poindexter. Trying to spark her team back into the game. Here goes Shepard all alone. 4 straight. Poindexter. 3-point struggles continue for her in this tournament.
That's not going to deter her from She's not going to stop shooting. She definitely has the green light from Coach Nelk.
And it's a 6-0 run for Mississippi State.
Good pass.
Shepard has found the way. Poindexter on Goni. Wow, she creates.
Did that well early on. Move the ball. Well, you don't have to there.
Powe off the heel.
Tulsa a little confused there.
Cartwright back door. Poindexter denied. Goni with the block. A transfer fly. Miami showing her size. Powe hits.
At a great rate in this tournament.
2 triples today after 4 yesterday. Look at Maddie Cartwright going to the free throw line. Really started to prove her mettle early on in her Tulsa career. Coach Angie Nelp said she wasn't sure how much she was going to play this season until she made an early season debut against Northwestern State out of the Southland Conference. Went 4 for 4 from deep. And Coach Nelp said, okay, I've got a player.
That'll do it. She earned it.
Missed free throw keeps it a 10-point game. Under 90 ticks left to play in the second.
State's going to set a high ball screen here. Nice.
Oh, unstoppable.
Great call by Coach Hurd there. Just a little pick and pop action. Park Lane read it well. Got pulled the ball for the 3.
Debreasha Powe threatening 40% from three-point land this year. Cartwright, no. Powe. Jordan put it back. And Mississippi State wants the continuation. Doesn't look like they'll get it.
Very athletic here. She watches it. See her eyes there. Puts it back in the air.
Looks like they will count it. They really felt good coming into tonight, trying to win their first tournament title in over 5 years. But so far, Mississippi State has just been the better team in several different categories. Powe. That was a heat check if there ever was one.
Coach Hurd called a play, called her number there. She came off a double screen, forced that one a little bit. Tulsa kind of broke through the double screen there and contested that.
Perea, no. Mississippi State can go 2 for 1 here in the first half. Or Park Lane at just 5'3", the grad transfer from Seton Hall.
We'll run their horns action here. Let Park Lane read off of it.
Put together a very talented group. They want to do big things in the SEC, trying to take care of business and get to 8-0 at the Chancellor Classic first.
They changed their call there a little bit. Double screen on the lane. Nice take by a little bit.
There's nothing little about her game.
No, her heart is huge. Tough. Fiery competitor. Look at that finish. And she does that over taller defenders all the time.
Ward Park Lane with a chance to make it 50 in the first half for Mississippi State.
You know, we talked yesterday, the Mississippi State faithful compare her to the great Morgan Williams, part of that national championship game run. Hit the big bucket against UConn.
Now he goes with 3. That's emblematic of the first half for Caroline Lyles and Tulsa. They won't fall. Mississippi State.
Outstanding player at Florida under legendary coach Carol Ross back in the day.
Wow, what a response. 6 seconds into the second half. Tamara Poindexter makes it a 15-point game.
And you see Tulsa picking up a little full-court pressure here. I'm sure Coach Nelk talked a lot about their defense at halftime and what they need to do to be more disruptive. Looks like they're going to try a little bit of a zone maybe here. Yes.
Debreasha Powe hits.
Cannot leave her open in the zone, though.
No, you cannot. That's her third shot from distance tonight. Wow, can't get Crawford an inch either.
Well, two top leading scorers for Tulsa come out of the gates hot.
Three-pointers flying on the scoreboard here in the final game of the Chancellor Classic. The winner of this game will bring home some hardware. There's a trophy on the line. Erin Barnum lays it in.
Again, just too easy for State.
Poindexter, no. She's a volume shooter, so expect her to keep letting it fly. But just 6 of 15 from the field. Powe. Rogers. Oh, man, they're just letting it go from downtown Houston.
Have yourself a night, Miss Rogers. Get deep to the basket there. Tulsa's got to start being disruptive and string together some stops to get back in this game.
Delaney Crawford can't hit. Lauren Park Lane to the 10, plus the foul.
And she blew by him.
What a tournament for Lauren Park Lane. You can see it there. She's a very emotive player who wears her emotions on her sleeve. Got off to a great start. Michelle Clark-Hurd.
I like her business-like demeanor.
Tulsa's in trouble. Vera Brown resets for the Golden Hurricane. Adley Perriman gets back.
It's been a while since she's seen me on the sideline, so wanted to be sure and give her.
Coach Stallings making her debut in color commentary to start out a broadcasting career, but we certainly appreciate your help this weekend.
I'm okay with baptism by fire. Garrett, you've been an awesome teammate. Held my hand through this tournament and thoroughly enjoyed it. And what great games we've had here.
That's been a great tournament for Debreasha Powe, too. Another triple for her as Mississippi State continues to roll. Tulsa has been blanked in the last 4 minutes. I got to know, was it more nerve-wracking with your first ever head coaching game or your first color commentary game?
I was pretty confident in that first coaching matchup.
Did you win?
Absolutely.
That's a nice start.
Yes.
At the Division I level, as Powe gets that one to go. What a night for her. Perea running the offense for Tulsa. Colorado State, that's an undefeated team in December. Memphis, of course, that's an easy drive up from Starkville. Jackson State, an in-state game. A road game at Chattanooga.
I'm sure they're really looking forward to hosting that game.
Rogers on the run. Nice shoulder fake, and she draws.
And how about a trip to Hawaii?
Right.
Coach Nelp really did the schedule right.
I think she did too. That's always great, as you know. Of course, it's a business trip and you want to take care of it, but as you know, there's a lot more that goes into that. It's a good experience for the players.
Job of disrupting what they want to do offensively.
Poindexter, no. Montague, the hard-earned rebound. Oh, my. Behind the back from Shepard. Park Lane couldn't hit, but that was pretty.
And nobody feels worse for that miss than Park Lane right there. Kind of taps herself on the leg going back. She stopped a little early and made that tougher than what it needed to be. She had a wide open lane to the basket.
Myra Poindexter has really struggled. That's a big reason why Tulsa finds itself in such a huge...
She didn't necessarily have to get to that 20-point mark tonight.
It's as easy as that, right?
I'm getting her 20 every night. I'm going to keep that streak alive.
Just give her 20 shots and get out of the way.
That's right.
And speaking of Coach Purcell, and of course there's a long way left to go here tonight, this result looking well on the way to a win. It just has to be encouraging for this school.
How about the bench erupts?
Prior to that make, we were saying this just has to be so encouraging for Mississippi State. You wouldn't have blamed them if they would have just rolled over without Jessica Carter. They have come out and taken no prisoners. League cut down below 30 there.
Certainly a sign of a good team, a well-coached team.
Spells her name with a J, M-J-A-R-C-L-E. Yes, why that? It was a difficult pregnancy, but miracle in her mom made it okay. And
What a great story, and what a miracle she is. Mom has to be really proud.
It's a proud night. Cowbell Kingdom. Mississippi State leads by 31, 76-45.
State's had the foot on the gas all night so much. Coach Hurst on there. Slow down. One shot. She had to get their attention. They were ready to let it fly again.
Jordan with 3. Brown Hager.
Nice fake. Doesn't get it out.
So College World Series a couple years ago. Oh my, the Kiss Cam impromptu. Vibes are great at the Merrell Center. Unfortunately, just not for Tulsa. They're down by 31. Jordan hits in the lane. Everything turning up roses for Mississippi State.
There used to be the big smile running back down the floor from Jordan. She's having a good time.
So Myra Poindexter, if you're just now getting tuned in, averages over 20 a game, and she'll hit that mark with her 21st point of the night.
And earned every bit of it. She was heavily guarded on that drive. And who other than Rogers?
What a night for Darrione Rogers, inserted into the starting lineup. She has 25 points. Her high water mark at Mississippi State in her young Bulldog career thus far. With the post, cut right in long.
Top 25 team here in Mississippi State who's just played maybe even their best. I don't think it's going to end in a tie tonight.
Barnum going to work. And one.
And Tulsa just not quite solid enough defensively in this game.
Sam Purcell earlier this week said one of the things he loves so much about this team is the fact that, despite the fact that they have so many weapons, it can be anybody's night, any game.
Yeah, very unselfish team. Great luxury to have if you're a head coach, but they're okay with a number of different players being the leading scorer on any particular night.
Barnum fades away.
Players, they've battled tough here throughout the tournament. A little bit of breathing room for the first time tonight, and they're enjoying it.
5 players in double figures for Mississippi State. That kind of embodies their one-team mantra as Poindexter lays it in. And as we've seen, Coach, Tulsa's at its best when they can get their 2 20-point scores to that mark.
No doubt, not been able to do that tonight with Crawford.
Wow, they continue.
It's been fun to watch all those threes go through the net. And, you know, that's a confidence builder when you see those go in an actual game in a tournament like this.
The ladies hit double digits.
You know, another thing Coach Purcell talked about, we visited quite a bit at practice on Thanksgiving Day. Very grateful to him. He spent a lot of time with me and sharing about his team, but they have a little saying called...
Including 9 over the last 2 days. She's been ridiculous. Myra Poindexter can't hit, and that's kind of a microcosm of Tulsa's night. Their star players when they're able to get going.
Now, I'll tell you what, one of the things that's really a mark of a great team and just how far they might be able to go this year. I think this might be an early sign of that.
When you think about the SEC tournament come March, they're going to harken back and say, let's remember what we did in KATY. Let's remember what we did at the Chancellor Classic. Emulate the habits that you started back around Thanksgiving and apply them, because, I'll tell you what, Coach, this looks like a team that when things are going right for them, they could end up victorious. Great career for what the fans of Mississippi State will call that other school in the state. Only the 3rd giveaway of the night for Mississippi State. That might be the most impressive thing they've done tonight.
Yeah, I'm just thoroughly impressed with this group. Big picture, if I'm a coach and I'm looking at this, I'm feeling really good about where we're at and where we're headed. Certainly not comfortable by any means. It's early, a lot to improve upon, but you can sure coach them harder after a win, and they're going to move to 8-0 here. Probably move up in the top.
Heard there, and we talked about early in the broadcast, this is a very bright future for Tulsa. I mean, she's already done some great things. They started 10-0 in 20.
Yeah, she has nothing to be ashamed of with this.
Rebound for Kanira Montague. This program has been through a lot in recent years. National semifinalists 2017 and 2018. A bit of a dry spell there during COVID, and we talked about this a little yesterday, but Nikki McCray-Penson unfortunately had to step down due to health reasons. Shepard steals. There's 100 for the Bulldogs. They are in complete control.
Yeah, you mentioned Nikki McCray-Penson there.
I feel like we've got it going in a natural trajectory.
Former greats coming to speak in the locker room. And she says, if you work hard, absolutely love you. And they do. They love that blue-collar, hard-working mentality in Starkville. And they appreciate this team right now. With their head coach under the weather here tonight. Sure they wanted to represent for him. And he's got his whole family here. His wife and kids are here on the trip. And, you know, they love each other a lot. And I'm sure they wanted to play really well for him.
It'll be their first tournament title since last season. You know, right now in the final minute, Mississippi State's just having a ton of fun with it. When you can win in a blowout like this, as you often did in your playing days, it's just a lot of fun to be a part of. And it'll be a great flight back to Starkville.
Well, without question, so many games are so hard and really draining. When you can breathe a little bit occasionally, it feels really good.
Lead to 44 for Mississippi State. All smiles for the Bulldogs.
And again, Tulsa needs to not let this game get them down. They've had a great tournament here. Outstanding performances. Been really impressed with them and the program's progression under Coach Nelk. And I look forward to seeing what they do in AAC play.
A brilliant night for Mississippi State. The Bulldogs will dribble out the last 10 seconds of the final game in the Chancellor Classic. Without their star player, without their head coach tonight, the Bulldogs get it done. A coronation for Cowbell Kingdom. It's a 44-point romp in the final of the Chancellor Classic.